All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're ready with the third map coming up here. It's going to be Team Luke versus Team SPUNJ for the ROG Community Challenge Join the Republic. It's going to be on Dust 2. We are finally ready with it, and this could be a very interesting game.
Absolutely, because we're going to just see more aiming out of both of these teams, although we'll see it a little bit more structured way from Team Luke, seeing as how they're an actual team. It's Team SPUNJ, he's trying to do the best that he can with a group that he basically just put together from, what was it, PAX Australia, where he was able to select a few players, some of them more experienced than others. None of them really have any experience playing together as a team, and so it is very much, based on communication, instinct, and aim. Now, who's going to prevail? The team with more experience together, or the aimers?
About to find out here. Nameless trying in the middle as much as he can. Arcadia already tagged low, so Team SPUNJ ahead in the health fight early on, and they're just going to go right out the middle. No brakes on this Glock train. They're going to be flashing away into the B-bomb side. Nameless will hit a headshot on one, and he gets a second one on SPUNJ. He's looking for more. 7 bullets. He doesn't have any time to reload here. Running right, and he gets another headshot, taking down HPR, but that will be the end of his reign, and then Yan Li showing up again, taking down Insanity, and that will be Team Luke winning, in spite of a very aggressive start here for Team SPUNJ.
It's like the three major players there. Nameless, Yan Li, and Crazy Face. Topping the scoreboard now for Team Luke, and they're pretty much the guys who are making a lot of the big plays happen. Throughout these past 2 maps, we've done a lot of learning here tonight, getting to see, who are the major players on these teams. And, well, those 3 names, we expect to hear a lot of them here on Dust 2. Because they're basically what is keeping Team Luke alive in this match. Best of 3 as well. This is the last map.
And listen, SPUNJ was complaining that these guys were playing, a bit boring, and he felt like, oh, come on, they're playing basic Counter-Strike, I just want to run and gun and everything. But this is the map for it, if you want to try and see if you can just be all over the place, you've got the right map, so, there's a limit to how boring you can play Dust 2, basically.
They're playing tedious.
That is the most childish excuse of all time, isn't it? They're really trying to win. Why?
Yeah, I know. It's like you play in matchmaking, like, why are you trying so hard? It's like, because I don't like wasting my time. Like,
oh, yeah. Well, right now they're getting grenaded and shot down with the UMP. There comes Crazy Face with the MP9, or MP7, sorry, running around the back, jumping, and he's going to finish off Toniak as well. So the Oxide, the last one, he's wrapped in all around. Good shots, though.
Well, the Oxide, at least he's coming alive here with the Tech 9. Finding those close quarters headshots, and he's got the bomb as well. Fortunately for him, he has no idea that Luke is pushing up the top mid, and so Luke going to get a free kill. Freebie. There we go. So a 2-0 situation, stabilized in the end. And they saved the important guns as well. There was the MP7 that was lost. Meh, not the end of the world. You lose at UMP. Meh, don't really care. But the rifles, you keep the rifles alive. That's the important bit here if you're Team Luke.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Going to pick up a second round, which is good news. And then we're back to Glocks and lone couple of P250s there on Team SPUNJ. If you are just joining us and you're wondering, why have they all got SPUNJ's face as the avatar? That's because that's basically SPUNJ's narcissism overflowing. It wasn't enough that he got to pick the team and they named the team after him. He also had to have all the avatars, so he's gone full mental at this point.
Exactly, ooh. And well, what is this? They're getting team kills, it's chaos. And Luke is actually getting a little pissed off at me for, stealing his thunder. He might as well have had the ace there. SPUNJ decided to rob him of that ace because he had to have the ace too, Anders. He had to have the ace and I2 SPUNJ.
I mean, it was, I think that was just bad mannered, wasn't it? Luke doing everything that he could there. It was nearly happening.
1 HP. Okay. Well, that's a huge win. Lots of money made. Full buy here for Team Luke. No AWP for Crazy Face, but then doesn't seem like he's interested. He's got that UMP. If he gets kills with it, he'll have more money going into the next round. Things will get fun. But there's the flash. Again with the long take. It was successful last time. They were able to kill Yan Li, but this time around it might get tricky. There's the flash. Full flash, and we're getting another demonstration. Yan Li's aim.
Taking down Toniak. He wanted to get back around the corner, and maybe that Molotov could have made that happen, but they didn't respect it. The Oxide with good intuition, actually, to take that kill. Gonna make it 3 versus 4, and now Nameless very aggressive in the middle. I wonder if he's gonna get spotted or if SPUNJ heard that flashbang. Certainly setting up for an aggressive peek into Catwalk here. This is really important. If SPUNJ can stay here while they take the B-bomb site, that's gonna be an incredibly powerful position.
Catching the rotator, and he might even get the kill for free. Yeah, walking down into CT. SPUNJ, if he makes the noise when he drops, but it's not enough. It's not nearly enough for Crazy Face to be able to turn back around and get the kill there. So there we go, SPUNJ. They managed to get a round on the board very early on into this half. No big streak like we saw in Cash for Team Luke, where they really dominated for quite a bit of time. Instead, it's going to be right into the mix, right off the get-go, and that's kind of what we expected going into this third map. Felt like both teams, they got their picks, kind of went according to plan. A little bit more of a struggle for SPUNJ on Train, granted. But now going into Dust 2, it's a bit more of an even mix.
And it's good news, obviously. The fight out at long looked like it could have gone maybe either way, but they managed to pick it up at the end. So now they're in the game early, whereas on Cash, they had such a slow start that, I mean, it just felt like they never really got into it. It's good that they already win the 4th round here. And it forces Team Luke back to pistols and a scout. Not really that inspiring.
Oh, again with the long take, though. It's been very successful. Rinse and repeat. HPR, he has 1 flash to throw. There it goes. Full flashed yet again, but this time around, not just instantly picked off. And there is a crossfire established. Luke doing a good job of drawing attention to himself, but unfortunately his teammate not even going to be able to help him out. Actually, it was Yanli in the pit.
Oh, Crazy Face with the grenade as well. It almost takes down HPR. That would have been perfect. Can they elevator boost him up here? He's trying for it, but they're going to fall back just in time. This is scary. They have the rifle advantage. They certainly don't have the health advantage, and got to be careful. Arcadia will be going down, so they still have to worry about that scout, though. And yeah, I think leave the scout here and then put Nameless somewhere else. Like, let him be the guy in the corner somewhere.
Well, I mean, he's got a kit. Get him up onto a site somewhere. Cross your fingers. Hope that they don't look. Could we have a Sparkles moment? He doesn't have a smoke, though, so.
Now, down to 40 seconds. They have another smoke to smoke the cross if they want to, but the problem still is, if any one of Insanity or Deoxide even get tagged with a scout, that makes it so much easier for the Deagle, which is also the armored player. They're leaving this very, very low on time. Crazy is going to be walking in. He sees one. He doesn't get that shot. The barrel ate it. And another one, too. He's going to miss it. Now it's trouble. And he ends up going down. I think in the end, Team SPUNJ managed to play it correctly. But that could have gone horribly wrong.
There was a chance. Deep nade, no damage. He's been spotted, though, looking for the 1 dig, and there we go. Takes down Insanity. HPR's hardly got any health to speak of, but it's Deoxide who's going to have to take point on this fight if Nameless chooses to persist. Why not? The bomb has only just been planted. He's got plenty of time to pour the pressure on. Just needs to catch them getting greedy. And he's going to get the headshot. 1-on-1. One shot is all it's going to take to win this clutch.
He's almost out of time as well. Now, tapping the bomb once, and HPR will be able to do it. What a tense moment there. I mean, it looked like he was about to Deagle headshot the whole team, but ultimately Team SPUNJ will come back into it and win a big round. And now, surely the Taiwanese team have to go full eco.
There has to be some sort of scenario.
Wow.
Yeah, that was some sick. Just enjoying that over again, right? Like, why not just get in there, get 2 big headshots, make them spend a lot of money. 3-2 still, because Team Luke won the pistol round in this half. So they got off to that strong start in Crazy Face. Now that he has an AWP, he gets to chime in. Toniac down already, man advantage for Team Luke. And it's up to SPUNJ now to create some space for his team. Has the AWP. Oh, and he's just barely not going to spot the angle. Namer is going to take him for free.
Deoxide taking out Nameless in return. That is not a bad angle to be getting a kill at. HPR making a lot of noise in the middle. Has to be careful, but he gets the kill on Arcadia, and he tries to follow it up, nearly taking down Crazy Face. Still, 2-on-3 for the retake here. They are out of grenades on the SPUNJ team here, but still, this can very easily be won. But not when they're in a 1-on-3. Deoxide now has to try and get another clutch. He was very absent on Cash, but he was a monster on Train. Maybe if he can bring that even half of what he did on Train, that would be worth it. Tries for the controlled spray, but only going to get the 1 kill.
Oof, they're cutting it real close here. But they are going to be able to get on the bomb in time. And so the retake happens. I mean, it was just so important. He decided to play it passively, but I was wondering if he was going to try and charge Crazy Face on slope. He had no way of knowing that Crazy Face was so low. I mean, unless HPR called out, he's lit, right? Or he's very low. I got a lot of spray onto him, right? Does he know that it's that guy who's out there right now? Chaotic doesn't have all the information that we have. That could have been an interesting situation if he charged him slope. Still, at this point.
What is the Australian equivalent of he's lit? Do we know?
I don't know.
Do they just say "Oi, mate" before they do it? Oi, mate, he's lit. I don't know.
I'm wondering myself right now.
We do have Australians watching, so tweet at us if there's a different. Obviously, I don't know. I think of lit as being almost exclusively an American thing. You know, it's what the Americans do. It's got to be different in Australia.
Shots? Nope.
What have we got at the moment here? 7th round is coming up, and the scout, the 2 AKs, again, Team SPUNJ playing like a very, loose, mixed play kind of style of Counter-Strike, right? They're not going to go for an eco to go for a big buy. Like, I think SPUNJ is telling his team here, just try and go for it. Keep the aggression, keep the rhythm going, and see if we can't win that way.
It's incredibly annoying to get picked off that way as well. Really hard to spot Crazy Face, but obviously double scoped, he's going to see you from a mile away. Now, well, Insanity right on the edge. He gets spotted, so he has some information to go off of there. They know that somebody's holding close. It's a question of whether Namerez decides to extend his welcome or not. The flash going to get dodged fairly easily from him. And, well, they're going for this again. They had similar strategies on Train, where Team SPUNJ would put the majority of their forces through onto one bomb site, but then the bomb is waiting to go onto the other. They're waiting for the rotate. The only thing is, this isn't going to work against a regimented team, exactly, unless you get the... Okay, SPUNJ. Unless you get the kill you're not supposed to get, obviously.
The Oxide goes down, took 3 people there all at once, but still, SPUNJ, single flashbang. I hope he's going to wait to the edge and flash himself in. I think that's the best play here. Just, yeah, he's got the same idea. This is a very good idea. Going to pop the flash over, goes for the fight, takes the headshot on Namerez, but, I mean, Crazy Face with the quad kill. That still is the optimal, I think, position for SPUNJ to be in. Because if you wait inside, there's only really one position you can play in a 1vx in that bomb site, and that's behind the big headshot box, and they know that. So I think that was the best choice he had.
Yeah, out of all the situations, he had to take the fight to him, right?
Yeah.
Hoped that they were going to upper dark again, maybe. I don't know. But not the case this time around. I do like the clever positioning of the flash. That was solid, but Crazy Face just too far away. Not really effective for him. And so this is just back and forth. 5-2 now. Team Luke on the CT side in the lead. But 2 rifles, forced up here coming in from SPUNJ. And again, going back to the very aggressive long take. Luke, is he going to be able to fall back in time? Yes, just barely making it to the other side of the smoke. And so, no, this is the big difference here. SPUNJ, they haven't been able to pick up the opening kill. Unlike in other rounds where they had a lot of success over here finding 1 kill, even 2 kills on Yanli. This time around, however, they're kind of left empty-handed.
Maybe a boost, actually. Oh, all right. I was wondering if he's just going to stay there, but he is going to boost all the way up the bomb site. Excellent kill, taking down the Oxide as well. And now follow-up kill. Crazy Face is just wrecking on this bomb site. He is sitting in the fire for a while, so HPR going to be able to pick him up eventually. But they haven't counted on Yan Li being here, and he will get 1 kill before he goes down. So a full 2-on-2 retake here. Arcadia has that 1 Molotov, and they're both going to go along with it. Not necessarily a bad choice, but it's going to be hard against this AWP.
This isn't, yeah, no, this is exactly because of this very situation. AK, AWP, HPR tapping away, and he's going to be able to pick up the head shot, and Insanity will find a kill of his own. And so, yeah.
Very well done. All right, that's a critical round for them to win. Because if you notice, they had just been forcing up for like 3 rounds in a row. They just kept buying. They kept getting the bomb down, so fine, you know. That was SPUNJ contribution to the last round, was even getting that bomb plant. But, so they just kept buying, and eventually it pays off. They're doing the Envy style of play here. Just continue to buy.
Continue to buy, and more importantly, because you're keeping these rounds so close, look at this. Luke, they managed to get a couple rounds together. Doesn't matter. They have to go back to pistols here. Round of eco. Clever flash, though. Fairly effective. HPR with the AWP, sure, but the Oxide with the AK lays waste. 2 very quick kills for him.
Oh, SPUNJ. You hear the sound of that headshot. It's not a good thing. But obviously the round is pretty much safe. Luke and Yan Li. It's just going to be Luke left. He knows he's tacked up SPUNJ. He just wants the last shot in on him, but it won't happen. Very sad.
How sad are you, Anders? Very sad? On a scale of 1 to 10?
It's just very sad. It's up there.
It's up there.
It's quite high up on the list.
Desperation, man. This is... You're just devastated. Totally devastated. I ain't going into this right now. Oh, nice shot, SPUNJ.
It's kind of a shame it's in a round where they only have pistols. I feel like that always happens as well, right? It has sort of minimal impact on the round, but it looks good. Wish you could do those every time.
They really want to go for the double op as well. Like, they're just not giving up on this strategy. T side, double op every time. And well, they're out on the B side so quickly that they're actually calling for the bomb. The bomb is all the way over by A long. They went for a default after that opening shot from SPUNJ, and now, well, it's time to get in that bomb site and get that bomb planted, boys.
SPUNJ taking a moment to just have a bit of a shooting gallery. Careful, because they're getting close and trying to steal that AWP. He's going to continue to do it with 11 health. Come on. That is just greedy.
Hey, he's just, and it's not even like economically viable either, because he's only getting, what, $100 per kill?
Yeah.
So it's just like, all right, great, you got $300. You lost a $44,750 rifle, though.
Yeah.
That's a bit of a pain. And if Crazy Face keeps that for the next round and gets it for free, how big of a win is that? Boom. There's Yanli showing off. He can actually get some op shots in of his own. Woo, playing with fire.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, especially because a Crazy Face he's been hitting so many good shots. Got to be worried. It looks like they're going to give up on the AWP hunt. Say, whatever, just let him keep it. They don't have a great economy anyway, so it'd be difficult for them to go chasing after it too much. Man, Toniac has had a rough start, and so does Arcadia. They have 1 and 2 kills respectively.
Yeah, Arcadia's really been struggling. And, I mean, it started off with a lot of A hits, but I'm wondering if they're rotating over towards B. That would be a bit much. If they've picked up on the fact that Arcadia's holding B, he's the B player for Team Luke. But it could be a factor that you take into account, right? If a player's having an off game, kind of notice he's struggling a little bit, maybe you figure out where he's playing and you want to go and, you know, hit on him a little bit, just beat him up. Could be an easy way to get onto a site. Right, does HPR realize now? Okay, yeah, he does have an AK.
Smooth grenade sailing in there. I'm getting reports on Twitter that he's tagged. It's just the Australian.
He's tagged. That could be anything.
And apparently SPUNJ on stream says he's peppered.
He's peppered.
That's not a bad term. I can lie.
Peppered is, yeah, but even peppered, it just feels. It's not like.
It does sound kind of like you're getting ready to like make a meal out of someone, you know. It's nicely seasoned, spiced up.
I just think he's like peppered with shrapnel. Never thought that was more of a lethal thing. It was more of a just you know, he got. Like,
have you never seen Iron Man?
What, pepper pots?
No, I mean like the shrapnel slowly, you know, killing him. Isn't that the whole plot?
We got a minute 45, 55, you know, to get that shrapnel to his heart here.
True, that might be too much. You're right. It's a 4-on-4 right now. Toniac going down yet again. SPUNJ hoping. Always a bit random with that particular shot. Crazy Face showing up for the re, but not going to happen now. Down to 38 seconds. That is not a lot of time considering the bomb is in T-spawn.
Yeah, there's going to be a bit of a jog here. And are they backing off? Insanity, you have the bomb.
I'm actually freaking out watching this. Please go to a bomb site. Any bomb site, flip a coin, it doesn't matter. Just run with it. The problem is when they get to this B bomb site, there is still a player left there. Nameless, is it 10 seconds? He's actually so low on the clock, he's thinking there's no way they're going to be mad enough to get into the B bomb site, and that's exactly what they did. So I feel like this is just so silly. Like, that's not supposed to work.
This is impressive. And okay, they know that both players are there now. So that Incendiary gives it away. Insanity holding close window, gonna get forced up into the corner. He actually has nowhere to hide and he burns to death. Crazy Face. Well, with a little bit of a barbecue here. And it's on HPR now for the Heroics. Needs to hit nothing but headshots, and it's not going to happen. Crazy Face shows no mercy. Continues to dominate on this map. Crazy Face, he's got to be high double digits at this point. High teens. 17. So it's basically been like the show, like the individual performance show here so far in most of these matches that we've had tonight. One player just taking off, and the rest of his team kind of holding on to his coattails for the ride.
It's really, really good stuff. I mean, that Molotov in the corner, I'm actually surprised that more people don't know how to throw that Molotov because it's such a common problem to have. But SPUNJ, AWP, he gets the close long spawn and he's going to run for it. Flash goes in. SPUNJ misses the shot. That looked like it should have been an easy one. He got to get the leg shot in on Yanli, so it's still worth it in the end.
A little bit of the damage, a little bit of the love tap. Ooh! Wait a second. That was a boost. Was he expecting? He wasn't. He obviously wasn't expecting it to be like that. Nameless is going to take down SPUNJ in the meantime, however, and an HE to blow away the op. Can't get any worse than that. You got to get down there now to go and pick up that sniper rifle if you want to use it this half, or this round, rather.
And over along, hiding in the corner is Luke with the FAMAS. I mean, he doesn't really have anything else, so a very exposed position, but still, if he can just pick up one frag here, that would still do his team a lot of good, and they're running right out. Luke gonna get the one, gets the double, and Crazy Face is there. Perfect timing. They even see Insanity, and they have the bomb. They can't get any better at this point.
Yeah, I was about to say, it could have gotten better if Luke had actually got the USP kill, because he dropped his gun trying to be fancy, trying to pick up a weapon, and then he was left with this pistol, like no gun. And now, with the angle, he's doing massive damage here, Insanity, but it isn't good enough. In the end, he's on a timer, and they're just going to cascade knife him, one after the other.
And they say they play boring Counter-Strike, you know? I like it.
I think they take offense. I think SPUNJ is like, hey, you might regret poking the bear. Do they have bears in Taiwan, though? Don't say panda.
But they are bears.
Yeah, I know. It's like mainland China, you know?
Maybe not. I actually don't know anything about what kind of animals live in Taiwan at all.
No, neither do I. It's like an island, and it's an island.
2 versus 4 here. Obviously, just pistols for Team SPUNJ, and they do get decimated. Although Insanity will pick up a good kill there. That's not bad at all, but ultimately just feeding more kills to Crazy Face, who just won't stop.
Yep. Cash was Yanli's show. Train was definitely, you know, wait, yeah, Jesus.
I mean, on Train it was Nameless, Yanli, and Crazy Face, right? They were the 3 people, at least for Team Luke, who were doing it well, and obviously then on the other team, Deoxide, right? He was the...
It was Deoxide on Train, but for some reason I was just like oxidized. That's all I could say. I was just like, oh yeah, oxidized. No, wait, that definitely doesn't sound right.
Like, oxidation is a thing, but it doesn't apply in this context.
It's a slow process as well, not exactly, you know, explosive, right?
I think it can be.
Can be?
Yeah, like, I think any kind of, you know, like, rapid oxidation, you can have that. Like, any chemical reaction with that, like, it generates heat and all that. It's definitely a thing. I'm sure it's a thing. Crazy Face and Yanli taking down SPUNJ. Following that, dropping the bomb on the other side. HPR in a 1 versus 5, and Toniak not going to make it work in Arcadia. So, yeah, just a weird round where it's like a bunch of fights happening all over the map, and none of them going in favor of the Australian team. I don't think they're hard pressed to start like that. It's not like they're so far behind. This is horrific, but sooner rather than later, I think they'd feel better if they can just win the last 2 rounds here. They just don't have a lot of equipment for it. Still.
Oh. Nope, not going to happen. 15th round, last round of the first half. And let's go. It's going to be Tech9s. That's all they have left, the Aussies, and they're just running out. Oh, no, he gets spotted going into CT as well. They just can't catch a break. SPUNJ, you're on notice. They know.
I don't think he's going to make it out of this one.
I think they're going to knife him. They know exactly where he is.
Oh, you're right.
Oh, come on, Nameless. No fun.
He did get the quad kill at least, but still, you're right. That should have absolutely been a knife. That's just a very good first half. That's what, 10-5, I think, in favor of Team Luke. And that's on the CT side, which we've been saying all along. It's slightly more difficult now. Funnily enough, Dust 2 is the one map where that rule doesn't necessarily apply, just because how open and mad it generally can be. But I still think they are very far ahead here on the Taiwanese side.
They are. I mean, I feel like what we're seeing here is just more of the same on Cash. This is clearly a map that, well, individual players, yeah, sure, but more like the team right now for Luke. They're looking a bit more comfortable on this map for me. And so it's clearly making a difference, right? Train, like I said, was no easy street kind of run.
Look at this.
For SPUNJ.
Oh, man, I wish someone would have gone and peeked that. That would have been the worst. Oh, actually, someone is now in the middle. Crazy Face are looking in there. That would be so bad. I actually do this all the time when I play Dust 2 matchmaking. I buy a deal in T-Spawn and try and find someone in the middle. It's so funny, but the problem is if there's 4 people waiting for you, you're absolutely going to lose that fight. Now, they're going to try and go to the B-bomb site here. Team Luke, and they have a smoke and an HE that could be very valuable later on if they can get the bomb down. That is Toniak not going to be able to do anything. Luke is saving that HE, which I'm loving. Nameless is causing a lot of trouble here. They have to go and find him. That's not the kind of time they have. The bomb has gone down. Look at SPUNJ. Vengeful here, annoyed that he's having to make this whole trip towards T spawn. Finally, they get the kill, but that's how many seconds in runtime is that? That's like gotta be like 7 seconds wasted just doing that.
It's 2 guys as well who are having to run back. They do have the kit on one of them, so luckily he didn't die over there where they lost it, but the flash goes through and it's still 4 players, a 2-on-4 retake, and it's not gonna happen. Crazy Face. What a monster.
He's out of control at this point. Someone's going to have to put an end to this guy because otherwise I don't know what will happen here. I feel like the laughs and the giggles and the fist bumps from the Australian team, they're a thing of the past here. They left them all on train.
Yes, and SPUNJ also thought that it was a thing of the past.
Yeah, look at that. That's 13 seconds, but you have to run up and then run back for a bit of that. So some of that is like essentially double time.
Yeah, they lost a lot of time with that play, that's for sure. And, well, a bit of a wallbang shot, perhaps, on the edge. They are trying to do the best that they can here. Crazy Face, though, continues to dominate. HPR is gone. Man advantage now for Team Luke. And a default kind of approach coming in here from Team Luke. Although SPUNJ looking to take advantage of this smoke in mid. He might be able to get in here fast enough. Crazy Face goes leaping into his demise. Insanity there to find the headshot. But quick trade coming through. Good team spacing.
SPUNJ doing work with the C-set 75. He picks up Nameless as well. Still a 2-on-2 that, I'm going to say it already, they just can't win. They had 7 health or something combined. Crazy Face is currently 26-8 as a scoreline. Just to point out, and we're in the 17th round. That's wild. Wild and out of control.
Yeah, that's it's a Deoxide level kind of play, basically. From train.
Which would be fair if the Oxide had then kept his level, but he hasn't, so...
It's true, actually. Crazy Face has been pretty consistent across the board. He's just blowing up on Dust too, but on Cash, he had his rounds. He had some very flashy rounds. Train as well. So, I mean, it's good to see the depth here on this roster. That's what I'm saying. Nameless, Crazy Face, Yanli. It's impressive. Arcadia, I think, is just having a bit of a tough time, right? He didn't get much action at the beginning of the half because he was playing B, CT, and they hit A lot. And then when they did come B, you know, he either got one bulleted or he was able to get a kill. But yeah, he's not really sitting on too many frags, just because I don't think he really saw too much action in the first half, sadly.
This is just really rough to watch, I feel like. 12-5. I'm getting the feeling that Australian Counter-Strike is what British Counter-Strike would be if the British tried, you know? But they just give up immediately. It's like the Australians try and put some hope into it, and then like, oh, it's still not really happening.
Hand me a Foster's.
It's very sad. It's very sad. The Oxide, if only someone could flash him in, it'd be great. But he's shown promise with pistols in the past, so Crazy Face, if he misses the shot, he could be the first to go down here. Yanli takes a lot of damage, but he will maybe be able to survive in that round. And Nameless is going to pick up 2 in return, and now SPUNJ.
The man. The legend. And the dead man, basically, at the end. Crazy Face.
On fire as well. It's really rough. Now, they're not even doing anything. Have they won any rounds in the second half? I don't think so. That they're still at 5 that they got in the first half. It's not good enough. It's not acceptable.
No, it's grim. It certainly is grim. But now we get to see Crazy Face. Not going to hit the tag. Not going to hit the tag. SPUNJ is lurking around in mid, though. I'm assuming that's him.
Oh! Oh, at that point you feel just...
Look at that, he was hanging his head in shame.
You feel like this is unreal, like, how can it be true?
Oh, man. Down to 50 HP.
Well, now the B-bomb side, once again, a lot of pressure over here, and Toniac, he needs help, but desperately say, SPUNJ, stop messing around in the middle and bring that AWP over, and SPUNJ is like, no, I'm out.
You're on your own, bro.
I'm out. 4-5. It's not unreasonable, but I think going into this is kind of the kind of Counter-Strike that SPUNJ didn't want to play, you know?
Serious Counter-Strike.
Yeah, like, okay, we're going to have to save, you know. I think SPUNJ like, no, let's never save. Let's just continue to go all in, you know?
He wants to play PUG, you know? He wants to play FPL. And, yeah, that's tough. It's definitely tough for him, considering right now, I mean, Team Luke, it's just a different sort of scenario, I suppose, for SPUNJ. I mean, SPUNJ is coming into this with a team where it's mainly a mixed team. And he's going up against a team that is kind of a real team. So they've got something to prove, those players, those Taiwanese players. They've got a bone to pick.
It's true. I mean, when we heard that, I thought it sounded cool, but at the same time, it could also be just something that
you would say?
You just say, like, yeah, we put a lot of practice in, like, you know? It's hard to know if someone is serious about that or not. Apparently they were.
This is looking very good right now. And definitely not so much for the Aussies.
Oh, they're out of their depth right now, it seems. They are getting a double boost in on Catwalk, which I definitely like. Now they're also not really doing anything with it, which I'm not sure about.
Who's that flash for?
Yeah. I don't know.
Nobody peeking behind it. That's tough.
Were they afraid that someone was charging down long or something? But I don't know. It's very weird.
No info, basically. Both teams blind. Although I suppose Crazy Face has got to be feeding back to his team that he hasn't seen anybody on A. HPR is never going to see anybody again. It's over for him. The Oxide will win the duel versus Nameless, but there is a mana trade, and it's not going to be good enough. It's Arcadia. He gets taken down. And so, man advantage now for Team SPUNJ, showing that they've still got some fight.
Oh, a grenade. You thought for a second it was like an HE or something. Just instead, the Molotov going up mid-air. Insanity takes down Crazy Face, and now suddenly things are looking a bit better here for Team SPUNJ. They even still have a man in B, so even in this 2-on-3, it won't be easy. SPUNJ actually going very aggressive, scoped up with the AWP right behind the pillar, and now he sees it. Takes down Yanli. That should be the final kill here to cement the round. I don't think Luke can bring this back.
You did see the bomb, but you're right. Now SPUNJ goes back to playing passive. He got his fix, his little adrenaline spike. Woo. SPUNJ is very low, though. One bullet will do it. And Luke now in a 1v2. This is winnable. If he spots the man on the slope, looking for the fight, he's willing to take the duel.
He has a Molotov, so actually he can make sure they can't come through the door immediately. That's not bad at all. It's going to go way wide, so that doesn't really help him out. Now the problem is he can't fake it. He sort of has to hold it in, and Insanity, he knows it. So as soon as the bomb goes down, that's a win. That's the problem when you have 10 seconds there, is if you fake it, you're only faking it to go and get kills. You're not faking it to replant the bomb. That's never going to happen, so that's a bit of a shame, but still. I mean, around they did a lot of damage. Only 2 players surviving for Team Australia here. It's going to be a long and hard comeback. We're talking 14-6. 10 rounds in a row.
10 rounds in a row if you don't want overtime. And at this point, I don't think you do.
I'm going to want to see like auto snipers and negevs and stuff picked up for SPUNJ's team if this is how they want to play it.
Nice shot, Crazy. You can't pull the wool over Crazy Face's eyes. That's the thing. He has no eyes. The whole face is crazy. The whole face sees you.
He's gonna eat it while it's happening.
That's why they call him Crazy Face. Like a monk.
Look at this push into Upper Dark. SPUNJ making his way in with the M4A1. This is some good play, and they need much more of it. But yeah, very, very nicely played right now for SPUNJ. Is he going to be able to capitalize on it? No! Yanli turning around. Oh, man. SPUNJ just having the worst time of his life right now. 5 versus 3. Insanity up in the bomb site. I'm not sure why they're continuing to attack the A-bomb site when they could just as well go back, and Insanity picked up 2 big kills. They didn't really need to show themselves on Catwalk.
No, they didn't, but they're being headstrong about it, Anders. HPR hits a blinding headshot on Luke. And this is starting to get a little bit tricky. Deoxide is still alive as well. They will be moving up onto the bomb site with the bomb itself. And Yanli is ready. If there had been a jump there, I think Deoxide would be a dead man, but instead they're slow playing it. And I think Deoxide did spot the man on... Yes, he did. There's the info.
Oh, he's going to go down, and so will HPR. Simultaneous kills coming in. And that's 15 rounds. Map and match point here in favor of Team Luke. And also, at the end of this round, the Crazy Face with 29 kills. One more kill, and he's got the 30 bomb. And that, I mean, you remember the ratio that Deoxide had was 30 and 10? That's exactly what Crazy Face is about to pull here. If you just get one more frag in.
Oh, you wish. Oh, nobody pushing aggro long. I was about to say, your wish. It's his command.
They got the stack on Catwalk, and this time they actually use it. Last time it was weird, like they kind of gave up on it halfway through. Crazy Face gets spotted by HPR, who only has a deagle. Is he going to go for the fight with a flashbang? Fucking him back around the corner. Where's the backup? He needs it right now. And HPR, I think he realizes.
This isn't looking too hot for HPR. Good time to give ground, back off.
Yeah, if you recommit to that fight, there's a very good chance you're going to be fighting more than one person anyway, so I would say that isn't worth it. The Oxide trying for the flick. He's getting dropped a bit low himself. He's lacking any kind of body armor, so this is a really dangerous fight. HPR gets a kill, tries blind through the smoke, and it's going to be Yanli going down to Toniac, so they're actually making this work, Team Sponge.
Yeah, they moved up onto the A side in the meantime, but that's the problem. The bomb is alone in lower dark. What do you do? That was a chaos round thrown in there by Sponge, and it worked marvelously well. And yeah, obviously these guys have no idea, no reason to expect that the last player rather, is up on A side when that bomb was in lower dark. So they get caught, 2 of them dead, but Insanity and HPR, now they have a lifetime to prepare for this. 30 seconds left, he has no time to play around Nimrez.
No, but he does have the health for it. This can be done. They're both going to be in dark. He can even actually pick up the bomb and run for the A bomb side if he's really, really quick about it, but every second counts right now. 17 of them left. He's going to try and chase them down. They're running from him. He tries to go for the spray. 21 bullets left and 10 seconds. This is a massive hunt. Cue the Benny Hill team. What the hell is going on right now? Nameless charging in, and he's finally going to be going down. That looked like it lasted forever and ever. Oh, God.
The Aussies don't look as amused as we do. Yes, you just won the round. You're keeping your hopes alive here. It wasn't pretty. It was definitely chaotic, but you won a round that is keeping you alive in this tournament.
You weren't sure if they were like having some sort of tactical retreat or if they were just full on panic, like, please, don't get the ace, please. Well, now Team Luke are buying up in what has to be considered a questionable buy here. They got to be careful they don't buy a way back into the game here for Team Sponge. Who's now up on the plateau. Good frag coming in from the captain and a good follow-up as well. A lot of damage being output, but then the double return and suddenly 3-on-3 and they've saved that one Molotov on Nameless. I love it.
Not like this. That's all I'm thinking right now. Not like this versus a half buy, a quasi buy.
Oh,
they need to get this bomb planted though. This is one of the things that you notice with Team Luke is that they tend to take a long time to get that bomb planted. No reason to mess around. Get the bomb planted. Get it to start ticking. Put the pressure of the clock on Team Sponge.
Yeah, you're loving this if you're on the CT side. You're thinking, well, we've got even more time to find some fights. You know, maybe make it a favorable situation. Nameless close to the door. He's going to pick up one, but he can't get the second one. And Arcadia's already gone down. I'm not sure if HBR realized right away, but that is going to be a good retake there. And you are right. We've seen it all along. They delayed that bomb plan for quite a long time.
Yeah.
There are some scenarios where it makes a lot of sense to do that if you're like a man down and you think, you know, if we fake it or something, then maybe they'll come. But like that, you should just go with the plan.
Well, this is what this makes me think of what they were saying in the interview at the beginning, where they're like, well, the style, the Taiwanese style is ultra aggressive, right? And that makes me wonder, is like, are they used to people just charging them as soon as they hear the bomb plant? Boom, they're just charging you, and so you gotta fake, otherwise you just get overwhelmed. I don't know. It's interesting. Got to look for some kind of answer there.
It could well be. You're right. They did mention that, so I won't rule anything out. It actually looked like some of the members on Sponge team down at long there were in a weird position. Like, it's so uncomfortable you get caught and the takedowns are running out and your teammates aren't getting the kills, but now it's under control. Except for Crazy Face, he never is.
No, he's actually a monster. Straight monster. But they have the bomb at long, so this is pretty much just a waiting game at this point. It's like, when do Team Luke decide to just go and die? Because they're not going to be able to make it back from this.
Yeah, I think that's a reasonable request. You know, just get on with it in this round. There's no point in really messing around too much unless you want to save the scout and the Tech 9, in which case, I would say even that's unreasonable. Crazy Face trying for it, but they're going to lose Luke as well, and this really should be the end. Smoking it up. Oh, no! Insanity was on 1 health. There's mutiny in the ranks on the Australian team. You know, they were sent to Australia to begin with for mutiny. That's how the whole thing got started. And now they're just continuing down there. What's up with that?
This is why they're such a rambunctious lot.
It's out of control, isn't it?
Turn your back on them for a second. That's what happens.
15-9, the scoreline. SPUNJ with the AWP, and now finally Crazy Face has one as well. And they got a pretty cool B spawn here, so as long as someone's watching middle, they can't have seen much anyway because of the smoke, but they could try and just go straight for it. They're gonna run right into the first HE grenade there. Crazy Face dropping low, and they can't get the frag either. SPUNJ instead gonna take him down and out of the window as well. Toniak inside gonna be doing a pretty good job there. Seems like they're in. Oh no, SPUNJ actually almost goes down. If he gets dropped here, that's a big problem, and he will eventually. No, sorry, that was nameless going down. Yan Lee and Arcadia left here. 2-on-3.
2-on-3, but they've got the bomb site, and they aren't wasting any time this time around. They get the bomb planted. And so now, clock is ticking, and there's just a little bit more pressure here on SPUNJ and his lads, but it seems like all three of them are going to be going up B slope now. They have the utility, they have all the nades, Incendiary goes in, up close. That's going to force Yanli out into the open. He's already taken a little bit of damage from the HE as well. And Arcadia, it's your time to shine. There's the one, there's the second, doesn't get the third. Deoxide is going to be able to hang in there. Just one body too many, but a good attempt there by Arcadia.
Yeah, you see him attempt to try and transfer that on there, but again, which we've been saying, he's been having a really tough game. I think he's got 8 kills something overall here, so definitely a good try on his part.
Yeah, he has no way of knowing that SPUNJ has got 8 HP. And that, you know, one bullet, right? He's going for this full burst spray onto SPUNJ before transferring. Just a tough scenario there for him, but still, they continue to get bomb plants, and that's what leads into rifle buys. Limited on the nades, and I would love to see an op on Crazy Face, to be frank, but they're still getting buys on the table here.
We needed essentially 10 rounds in a row for Team SPUNJ to win it, I think, at some point. Now, I guess, another 5, and they'll push it into overtime. I mean, they're starting to wake up a bit here on the Australian side, but at this point, even one misstep, one round where you let Crazy Face off the hook, and who knows what will happen.
Monstrosities, that's what will happen. Actual catastrophes, but what interests me more is look at the nade count here for Team SPUNJ. Down to a single incendiary, a single flash grenade, and we're at 1:10, lads. This is just a little bit scary. The smoke, last smoke goes out, and this is definitely looking like it's going to be that B split in here in the end because they have to fully commit behind this smoke. This is the only one they've got. HPR looking to find a target, not going to be granted that, and SPUNJ up close, point blank, gets sprayed down. Toniak, though, doing big damage. 2 kills for him.
Oh, and look at this great play from Arcadia here. I love it. That's the Oxide going down. Just having that one person in the middle makes all the difference. And Insanity going to get dropped 16-10, and fittingly, it was Crazy Face getting the last kill of the game here. It's going to be the Taiwanese team advancing over the Australian one, just like Flom and I predicted. Ha, ha, ha. Everyone else was wrong. That's all that matters.
In the prediction game, it's a cutthroat one, you're right.
32 kills with Crazy Face at the end, I think. Actually, 33, sorry. So that's very, very impressive on his part. Good map for him, definitely. And I'm not sure how many people saw this coming. It seemed like the vote at the end, the community vote, was closer. Right. People were sort of convinced by the cache map and thought, all right, maybe they can do it, and they did. Yeah, I'm excited to see. I wonder if we are going to get Luke over somewhere. He's talking to his troops right now. That's how serious this is as well. They're already setting up for the semifinals.
Right? You know, they're already thinking, okay, well, hold on. We got to look over these demos here. Get ready here.
And now they have actual demos to look over. That's the thing.
I mean, we'll get to see the brackets as well, considering and actually see how it is going to play out tomorrow. Tomorrow's a semifinal day. This was the last quarterfinal, and so tomorrow we're into the semis. And
do we know who they're going to be playing in the semi?
That's what I'm waiting to find out. I mean, it could be, what is it? Oh yeah, Michael Lillard's team. They could probably just be playing Michael Lillard's team. I'm assuming that this is the second half of the bracket, and yes, it is. So Isaac will be playing SkyArt, and Michael Lillard will be playing versus Team Luke.
All right. Well, that's going to be interesting. Tough matchup, obviously. And speaking of Luke, we do have him with us over the parlor. So I'm super excited to hear just how much practice they got in and if they were expecting to win this game.
That is correct. And as Luke, congratulations, dude. How are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling very excited right now. Yeah.
Originally, you weren't going to play on the team. You were just going to coach. Why did that change before we get into the details of the game?
In fact, we only practiced since 2 days ago.
Wow.
Because they are not in same team right now.
Mm-hmm.
But So we need to start over again.
Okay.
Okay, and in these 2 days, we only practice 2 maps. One map is Cache, and one map is the
showed.
first band Mirage.
Oh,
so,
I see.
Yeah.
Were you happy then when you saw Dust 2 was the third map?
I think Dust 2 would be better than other maps. Yes, because Dust 2 was quite simple to play. Yes.
Now, something that I mentioned in the lead up to this, just before we get on to, because these guys have a lot of questions for you guys because they don't know you guys so well, it was the fact that Crazy Face was very good in Taipei, and he seems to be like a star player on the right map. And it turns out on Cache, he started to warm up, and then Dust 2. Anderson, how many kills was it that he eventually got?
I think he got 30.
33 kills. Like, that is a crazy, an insane performance to avoid, like, making an awful pun with Crazy twice. What's it like playing with him, and what are the kind of like best assets your team has?
I think play like him is much more like we can rely on him in some difficult situation, and because he's good at hitting the hard frags, but he always miss the simple one.
Yeah. That's what he said in his little special fact.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to pass over to you guys. If you've got any questions for Luke, please go ahead.
I just want to know how you guys prepared for this. You said you had not so many days to prepare, but on Cache you looked really good at it. You looked like you had, you know, a really good plan in mind. You completely trashed them, to be fair. Like, what did you focus on trying to get down? Like, what was the first things you wanted to get really nailed?
You mean when I plan to play?
Yeah.
I think because I was a professional player before, so and I was the commander in the team, so I know how to do it. It's quite simple for me, but we don't have enough time. In fact, yes.
Eric, anything from you? Eric actually predicted it was going to be 2-1 for you guys, so he got that correct.
Yeah, he predicted it right.
Me and Anders predicted you guys to win.
Yep.
But I was just curious on, so you said you only actually practiced 2 maps, but I was actually talking about how I saw you guys preparing a lot. Were you guys just going like super into detail in the maps on that? So you said Cache and Mirage, right?
Yes.
So you haven't really messed with the other ones too much yet? Is that your plan next? Is you're going to go back and like maybe broaden everything? Or are you going to just like really try to focus on a few more and that's it?
I think we should focus on a few more because there are 7 maps in the map pool. So 2 maps is too few for us.
Yeah.
Luke, with regards to you as a captain, what was it like playing again on a stage like that? And, you know, did it give you back some of the old memories? And because I remember when we spoke in Taipei, you did say you hadn't been playing the game too much recently.
Yes.
And so then coming to this, I was expecting not a strong performance from you personally. But dude, you played well. You were on train, that first clutch 1 versus 2 with the Tech 9. I was really impressed with like your performance.
But my skill is rusty right now. I kill I kill 5 people, and I think it is to blame to me because many rounds was loose, so I didn't play well.
I think that's quite
you did
humble.
pretty good, yeah.
You're leading in game 2, which is like
Yeah.
an extra layer of complexity. Guys, do you have anything else that you'd like to ask?
I don't know. So if you were going to add another map to the map pool, do you think you could focus on Dust 2 next? Because you seem to have Cache down pretty well. We've not seen Mirage from you guys yet, but that could be maybe coming up soon. But what's maybe your next go-to? Would it be a Dust 2? Would you go maybe a bit crazier, go for maybe Train? Because you guys seem pretty good on it as well, but...
Is that a good question to discuss here? Because
That's true. They might be listening.
Fair enough.
Good point. I guess we'll find out.
More than worthy answer.
Yeah,
Eric,
yeah, very
anything
true.
finally from you?
I'm curious, would you rather play the US team or the Swedish team?
Yeah,
Ooh.
what would you
Because ended up
preferred?
winning, so are you happy with that, or would you rather play the US team?
I think they both play well, but as I know, Adrian wasn't feel good today. Yeah, I think it influenced on him. He didn't play well.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you very much for your time, Luke. We're pretty much ready to wrap up the show, but first, let's take a look at the bracket and see exactly what has transpired so far and what we have coming tomorrow. So again, just to recap, Zonix team fell to Izuku's team, and that pushed them forward into the first semi-final against SkyArt's team, who beat our friend on the desk right now, Floms.
Rip.
And so that will be the first semi-final tomorrow. Moving on to the matches that happened today, Michaelele's team Sweden won 2-0 against Adrian's US online team, pushing them forward to play our most recent and final addition to the semi-finals, Team Luke, Team Taiwan, also known as Taiwan Z. And yeah, they just beat SPUNJ's team, Team Australia, 2-1. Very exciting stuff.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, guys, for being here. Thank you again to Anders and Semler. It's going to be a very exciting show tomorrow. Make sure you tune in at the exact same time. Guys, I'm ready. Are you?
Yeah, I'm pretty ready. Bring on the next day.
We will
ready.
see you all there.